Welcome back to Turn This Way, Season 2. I'm your host, Jennifer Radkey, Mindset Coach with KRG Hospitality. This season, we're diving into mindset truths and practical strategies designed just for hospitality professionals and leaders. And today, we're talking about something that hits really close to home in this industry, and something that my clients often come to me for help with: burnout. Now, I know you felt it, or maybe you're feeling it right now. Long hours, constant demands, and the never-ending pressure to keep guests, staff, and numbers all running smoothly. Somewhere along the way, hospitality made burning out look like a badge of honor. The more tired, the more stressed, the more overworked you were, the more committed you looked. It's almost like if you aren't burnt out, then you aren't doing it right. But here's the truth. Burnout isn't a badge, it's a warning sign. And today, I want to help you recognize it early and build some sustainable habits that keep you and your business healthy long term. This podcast is important for those who are currently experiencing burnout and those of you who aren't, because burnout can sneak up on us and we often don't realize it until it's too late. So grab a coffee or maybe step outside for some fresh air if you can, and let's reset this together. Let's start with identifying what burnout actually looks like, because it often doesn't show up blaring loud signs until it's built up to a level that can no longer be ignored. Here are a few common signs. It's important to acknowledge that while these are common signs of burnout, they can also be signs of other issues. If you feel that you are experiencing high levels of any of these and have concerns, you should seek the help of a medical or mental health professional. Here are 5 common signs of burnout. Exhaustion that rest doesn't fix. You've slept, but you still feel drained. You find yourself reaching for more coffee than you usually consume in a day. You catch up on sleep on your days off, but it doesn't make a difference. It's that bone-tired feeling that you just can't seem to shake. The next sign, irritability or short fuse. Things that normally wouldn't bother you suddenly set you off. You are short-tempered with your team, your friends, and your family. You may feel badly afterwards, but just can't find the same amount of patience that you previously had. The next sign is disconnection. You feel numb or detached from your work, your team, or even your guests. You show up because you have to. You go through the motions, but your heart is no longer in it. The next sign is loss of creativity. You stop seeing new ideas and you can only see problems. Instead of seeing growth, you and your business become stagnant. And the last symptom is physical symptoms. Headaches, stomach issues, or that constant tension in your shoulders. You just don't feel like yourself. Take a second right now and think, have I noticed any of these signs in myself lately? If you're able, jot it down or even say it out loud. Remember to be compassionate with yourself. Awareness is the goal here, not judgment. In hospitality, we're often praised for working 70, 80, even 100-hour weeks. As an operator or owner, you may not even track how many hours you are working because it feels that you are almost always in work mode. You grind through holidays without a break. You don't take vacations because the business can't survive without you. You sacrifice everything in the name of service. But let me ask you, would you celebrate a chef who used a dull knife every night until it broke? Or a manager who never fixed a leaking pipe until the floor collapsed? Of course not. You'd say that's unsustainable and it's going to cost you more in the long run. It's the same with burnout. Wearing it like a badge doesn't make you stronger. It makes you more fragile. And here's the shift. Your value isn't measured by how much of yourself you burn up for your business. Your value is measured by how you lead, how you serve, and how sustainable your impact can be. Take a breath and ask yourself, where have I been wearing burnout like a badge? Maybe it's the belief that the business can't survive a day without you. Maybe it's always being the first in and the last out. Maybe it's saying yes to everything, even when your body and mind are screaming no. You need to recognize it and release it. So So once you can recognize burnout and stop wearing it like a badge of honor, how do we protect ourselves from it? It all starts with creating healthy habits. Let's talk about 3 core practices you can start today. The first practice is about boundaries. Boundaries aren't selfish, they're leadership. Decide what's one non-negotiable for you this season. Maybe it's a family dinner once a week. Maybe it's 20 minutes of movement each morning. Maybe it's not answering calls after midnight. Small, consistent boundaries protect your energy and model healthy behavior for your team. Through my work with hospitality owners and operators, I can tell you that setting boundaries is the easy part. It's keeping them that's the challenge. You may fall back to prioritizing the demands of the business over the boundaries you have set. Your boundaries are equally as important as the demands of your business. I cannot stress this enough. Once you have discovered what boundaries you need to maintain a healthy mindset and a healthy business, you need to protect them or you risk living your life in a perpetual cycle of burnout. The next habit to instill is rest as a strategy, not a reward. In hospitality, we treat rest like a prize you earn, but rest is a tool. What happens when you don't earn the prize of rest? You go without it. How long is that sustainable for? When you schedule recovery time, even in small doses, you perform better, you think clearer, and you lead stronger. So ask yourself, where can I schedule 10 minutes of recovery into my day? It could be a walk, journaling, or even sitting in silence. I really want you to challenge yourself to physically schedule rest into your day. And I don't mean when your head hits the pillow at the end of the day. I mean intentional rest throughout your day when you don't look at your phone or speak to anyone else for 10 minutes. Go for a walk, sit in your office with the door locked and the lights out, sit in your car. Take this time to check in on yourself. Close your eyes for a few minutes. Do some stretching. Let it all go for a bit. Make it a daily habit and watch your stress levels lower and for your mind to become clearer. Habit number 3 is to shift from control to trust. Burnout often comes from trying to control everything. Instead, start building trust. Trust your systems. Trust your managers. Trust your team. Delegation isn't letting go of responsibility. It's multiplying leadership. This is such a challenge for owners and operators, and an area that I've worked with clients on frequently. You don't have to do it all. Actually, you shouldn't be doing it all. There are some tasks that can be handled more easily and sometimes better by someone else on your team. Release some of that weight on your shoulders. You will free up time for yourself that can be aligned with actions that increase the success of the business. Right now, write down or think of one task you're currently holding on to that someone else on your team could handle if you gave them the chance. That's your next step towards sustainability. Let's bring this together. Burnout isn't a badge, it's a signal that you're human, not a machine, that your body and your mind matter as much as your business. So as you move through this week, I want you to anchor to this mantra. My strength is my sustainability. Say it once now. Say it again tomorrow before your shift. Let it remind you that the long game matters more than short-term exhaustion. Not only will you thank yourself for this transformation, but those who care about you will as well. Thanks again for listening to Turn This Way. If today's episode helped you shift your mindset about burnout, share it with another hospitality leader who needs the reminder. And if you want more resources and coaching support, you can always find me at krghospitality.com. Remember, your mindset matters. Burnout isn't a badge. Sustainability is your superpower. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you next week.